Blanca, as you check out what's going on, Cook is only too happy to show you that the main course is beef Wellington.
Ooh, Jefferson's.
Jefferson's is good. I gotta try that.
There,
Beef Wellington.
there's also tier lobster with vanilla and black truffles, trout roe on the side, green peas and poached egg. As a palate cleanser, there is black watermelon, extremely rare, and ending it with either a creme brulee or green apple sorbet.
That was delicious.
I would just be so
feel
confused
heavier.
eating that food.
You keep your soda crackers. I'm going upstairs.
She
Wait.
laughs, the cook laughs and tells you that there is an extreme amount of cutlery that goes with such a meal. She says, "Dearest, I can serve you anything down here. You're not really dressed for dinner."
I motion towards the open counter space in front of me and wait to be served like I am upstairs.
She plates it for you, but it's on the simple plates that they use down here. The cutlery is nothing special. She does provide you a cloth napkin. Over a stool for you so you can eat at the counter just like they do, but you are dining on the best.
I intercede as much as possible to act as her waiter. Can I jab at your corners of your mouth, dear? Oh,
Robin
it's
rolls.
all over.
I have been at Nocturne for over a year. I know what it's like to eat in the common room. You don't need to treat me like that.
Oh, well, I can. This is not the common room. We are servants, and we are here to give you your best.
If you are here for dinner tomorrow, our appetizer is steamed mussels and oysters Rockefeller. There is a palate cleansing blackberry salmon, followed by langoustine ravioli and mussels. No, trout almond bean. Mussels is on Friday. And then, of course, we have French almond macaroons.
Oh.
Mwah.
I'll take.
I love you now. We must not die until tomorrow night.
Yes, perhaps you can get some of your Colombian cuisine if you are not in a box.
I don't think anything goes in the box. I think it's just what comes out of the box.
I was referring to the pine box, but
okay.
You see her spooning some pudding-like substance that's a dark brown into a soup bowl and sliding it in front of the Viking who's waiting with a big spoon. And he just begins to shovel it in his hole.
Is that blood pudding?
She laughs. She says, "That's Turkish coffee custard." The ladies and gentlemen upstairs take it in tablespoon sizes. But I thought he would truly enjoy a feast of custard.
He is
going to be electric all night?
He's going to be wide awake when he meets death.
As you look at him, he protectively puts an arm around the wall, prison style.
Mine.
Oh, Blanca can get through that.
Are the rest of you dining tier style?
I'm going to pick and choose. I do want the clam chowder. I'm probably going to take... I really want to taste some of that watermelon, the black watermelon. That just sounds...
She is happy to serve some to you. It's like no watermelon you've ever had. And actually, when I looked it up, I forget the ridiculous price per pound of this stuff. You have to get it overseas.
Wow.
And it is kind of a grayish color. It doesn't look particularly appetizing, but then most of the expensive foods don't.
No. And sometimes they aren't actually appetizing. It's just their uniqueness.
Just rare and expensive.
Yeah,
I
Robin
will
just
have.
sticks to the low class.
I will have a little of that beef Wellington though. That's something.
Robin feasts on corned beef, soda bread, cabbage, potatoes, the stuff
And the delicious clam chowder.
and the chowder. The four of you stuff yourselves, enjoying what could very well be your last meal. That's right. Blanca is over there picking at the
Oh,
five-star cuisine.
oh, it's so miserable. That's right. After everything's been plated in front of her, and she just sits there and scoots
Half
it
of what
around.
she does put on a fork.
Yeah, she leaves
back on the
stuff.
Oh, I couldn't eat another bite.
The difference between famished and stuffed. Yes.
Her appetite is just like fate. So real.
She's
So
siphoning mana from the middle Welkin. She doesn't need food.
just converts it.
Now, I'm assuming that you're all dressed in your let's go fox hunting type of gear.
I'm going for my actual clothes, the clothes that I came in on.
Very well. What weaponry are you bringing, Ben?
I am going to pocket the Derringer. I've got the Toro. I don't have much more, but I'm going to make sure that we visit Pedreg and get a adequate amount of cold iron.
Yeah.
You have a complete armory up in the trophy room.
Oh, I do have my 66, my bighorn.
You want to pick out some cold iron? You know what drawer
Yes.
the colonel keeps it in.
That's exactly it. I will take that. I don't expect to need much more than that. If I can't do it with that, I can't do it with anything.
If you can get one more box of cold iron rounds, high caliber, appropriate for the model.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
Blanca, are you selecting any iron or silver? Bjorn says he has a silver dagger you could use.
Oh, nice.
Huh. That wouldn't. That's not a bad idea. I will take a few bullets, not more than a handful for the gun I'm using.
Okay.
Your Ragnar?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well,
Bjorn shoves a cold iron boarding axe through his belt.
Nice.
All you need is Excalibur.
Blanca, I was wondering if you could let Constance know that she probably wants to keep a silver knife with her.
Where's Constance been the last hours? Inquire with the staff as to where she might be.
She has likely been with her grandmother in the family gathering room, and probably by now they've all begun to gather for the evening meal in the dining room. Those that are still in the house, that is.
I will steal some time away from my companions and peek into the dining room from maybe even the kitchen area, just to kind of steal a moment with Constance.
You see that they're all female. Victoria is here, Constance, Hyacinth, the Grand Dame is here. The only male here is Victoria's chinless husband, muttering and puttering as he reads the newspaper at the dining room table. How very gross. Droll of him. Everybody else is just having female chit-chat. Victoria is taking alternate pot shots between Hyacinth and Constance. Constance with her obvious madness, like Aunt Rose, and poor, dear, confused Hyacinth, living in a world all her own. Pity you'll never have a husband, but the family will take care of you. And Grandmama is hammered as usual.
Another drink of wine?
Suppress the desire to waste spells on people in the house and not save them for those creatures which we will use to, or we will dispatch to save this household? Good Lord. From the kitchen door, peek out and try to get Constance's attention without gathering everybody else's attention.
Do you have a stealth?
Oh, I'll give that a try.
Just walk in.
I move to the door and my head hits it and I step into the room.
Donk.
Excuse me?
Would you like to use your hero point?
What
else could you need it for tonight?
I'll save that for later. This is really,
Everyone looks up. Grandmama looks over at you and smiles drunkenly. We're all here now. Holds the glass out to be refilled. Victoria looks at you with just this self-satisfied, imperious snoot. Hyacinth looks at her plate, and Constance looks like a white knight has just ridden in to rescue her. Pulls out your chair. Oh, come sit with me, dearest Blanca.
in defeat of my stealth, I go sit next to Constance briefly. I won't hide from Victoria, but she knows that I'm watching her as I come and take a seat.
I must step away. I'll be right back.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah, Victoria is a charmer, just through and through.
She is the embodiment of a tumor.
Of a what?
A tumor.
Oh, malignant or aggressive?
I'm going to say she's benign, but very annoying and unsightly.
Oh, one of those surface tumors, like.
It's like you would like it removed, though it be painful.
Yeah, you could. It'd be expensive. It'd be expensive. Yes.
Fanny?
Yes.
Before I leave. I'm tempted to eat everything on this plate tonight.
You really tried. It doesn't look like it. Not even a little. I mean, you made a solid dent in that beef Wellington. A dent meaning it looks like a mouse ate it. But you do.
I don't know what's real here, Fanny. I mean, we've stepped into some spongy ground before, but I'm not even sure death is what greets us if we fail.
I don't know either. We could be on either side right now of whatever this is. I find it extremely unnerving because half the people are completely unaware, half of them are aware and choose to do nothing. And then I guess there's a small portion of both of those sides that say we're in dire need of saving. And I mean, the Colonel, bound by social, by his family, can't really engage, and the tier bound by their tradition can't really engage. I don't know, but like you said, is it real? I mean,
I'm feeling careless.
be socially careless. We need to keep our wits about us when we actually get into danger.
I feel like we've been standing on this side of the dance floor for hours. And all I want to know is who my dance partner is and what's the music.
We're going to meet him really soon. If you want to dance.
It's time to dance.
It's time to dance. But I got this box. And I'm both extremely curious and I'm extremely afraid. And I'm hearing different stories, but
The box is a distraction, and we may learn that it is more than that later. But for now, we must use what we know and what is real against that which is imaginary and unreal.
Well said.
so far nothing has been imaginary. Everything has been very, very, very real in its place. That's the part that I don't like. An imaginary sword that still hurts you.
Unless you're all actually heavily sedated in a padded room in Zurich.
We've never left Burgundia. We are just here emotionally and mentally.
That's right. There is no such thing as not hurt there.
Shared
It's
delusions.
just electroshock and pudding.
Which Bjorn just ate all of it.
That's right.
Yeah. I would just submit that Robin's in the far corner and is just reading. You haven't seen her do this in a long time. The Covenant of Being.
Oh, great.
Well, she can't hear you.
Better for her. If I see Robin reading her,
Her holy scriptures, yes.
nihilistic Bible,
Don't think you can avoid it. She didn't go into she didn't go away into a staircase. She's focusing on a couple of passages, you can tell.
Benny, I grow impatient for confrontation.
We're going to get there soon enough. Let's not rush this. I think we need to date just a little first.
I sense that if we gather too much information, it will only add to our confusion.
I think we've got what we need. We're good. Hit the bad guy.
Let us suspend the foreplay and let us get to the action.
So I let me recant on a few things. Just a moment there. Just because Bixby said that Maddox may potentially be bargained with. I intend to use this box as a bargaining tool. For one.
Be that as it may, we might gather some high ground with him.
Yes.
But in order to sever the ties between this world and the first world, he must
go back,
surrender, or perish.
Yeah.
Blanca, are you going to let yourself get sucked into dinner?
No, I'm full.
You know it's a 2-hour engagement anyway.
I will give my friend a courteous embrace, kiss her on the forehead, and say, "I've come to do the business that I came here to resolve for you. I shall be back, or I won't."
She squeezes your hand. Please stay. Or take me with you.
Your battlefront is here. Mine lies elsewhere.
She gives her patented huff, which you have seen 1,000 times.
I tug at the strings on the back of her dress mischievously. Mind the port.
She smiles and you slip out of the dining room, still rubbing the goose egg on your head from the door frame.
I know. Is that going to leave a mark? Is there a shiny pan in the kitchen somewhere? I'm concerned.
No doubt. There's mirrors everywhere.
It's definitely a mark. Return to the lower kitchens.
You got your one out of the way.
You only get one a night?
Don't use metal dice.
Not use
that was the plastic dice.
Oh, well, I'm talking about Eric's.
The gravity dice are far more random.
Bjorn looks at Vanny and says, "Where are we going? How are we getting there?"
We're going to stop by Pedreg's house residence first. Hey, did you get everything you needed? We went up to the armory. Do you want to go back up there to pick up anything additional?
I got the iron axe and I have this big sword. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Did you look at a map of the estate? Where are we going ultimately?
I think we need to talk with Padraig.
You know
He,
that his house is in the extreme opposite direction of your destination.
but probably the horses are stabled there too, unless they're stabled just outside of the.
I'm thinking that the horses are stabled at the stables across the road from the tennis courts. But
You
I am
pick that
just a
up?
simple Norseman. What would I know? I'm not an educated world traveler.
I just play tennis. I don't ride horses. You know what happened last time I rode a horse?
Yes, I remember.
I don't know if you do because I was alone and I sent the horse on its way and I decided to ride something else. And that didn't end very well for me in multiple counts.
I'm aware.
Okay. Let's the estate can't be that large, but I would rather do it on horseback. And I would rather talk with Padraig because he probably should be settled at the house if he isn't here already. If he is here, I want to consult with him about where things are.
You do find him fairly easily. He is sitting on one of the padded throne like chairs in the front foyer. He has a bandolier of shotgun shells across his chest, looking very huntsman like in his tweeds, and he has a double barrel across his knees. As soon as you get close to him, he stands up, takes off his cap. Good evening, sir.
Well, you look ready for business. What's the occasion?
The colonel asked for me. He said that you told him there could be trouble here at the house and that I was to stay close.
Yes. Very good. He informed you correctly.
Is there
I
anything else I can do for you, sir?
look around for anybody's ears, anybody listening in other than staff.
Yeah, there's just staff here.
We're going to be facing some the bad things, fairies, all the badness, and it's going to be happening at the ruins. We don't really know our way around here. Do you have a map or something that we can use to get where we need to go? I want to avoid the bogs at all costs. At all costs.
Did I email you the image of the estate?
Yes.
That map, right? I'm trying to find right
You can
now.
use that as the map that he provides you with.
Oh, here, let me. Well,
Oh, that's right. It came from you sent it to me, Eric.
If you don't wish to go through the bogs, which would take you out of your way,
I would rather go out of my way.
from the stables, you'll head west, past the cemetery, across the bridge, and then north at the split. If you wish to go to Teagan Point, you'll take a left at the Fark. If you take a right, it'll take you into the hills where you may get lost. You could follow the coastline, and that'll take you to Culloden Tower. Otherwise, you'll have to go through the bogs to get up there.
I would like.
What time of day are you heading out?
We're going to be heading soon, like about now. It's dark.
Ah, at night. May the gods watch over you and keep you.
I want to get this resolved quickly. And now that you say that, I'm feeling the. I turn and I look at Blanca, and I say, "Is it a good idea to do this at night?"
I thought that was the plan. Oh, sorry.
Well, no, I'm looking back at all of you. It sounds like the plan,
Would
but
you feel more comfortable in the daylight? They're granted no greater power at night. It is merely the idea that they can remain hidden longer.
well, the thing is working at night doesn't necessarily work for us, even if it's in our name. But the idea of not being able to see and also having everything else to contend with that comes out at night. It's probably a good idea to wait till morning. I don't want to wait either. We just had this conversation. I know.
You're going to be up all night. We slept until dinner time. Supper was our breakfast.
If it's light out, we can still approach, but it's going to take us probably an hour to get there, hour to get back, and if we're here after midnight, it's probably not a good place to be.
So
As
you're suggesting
my
we set
friend
off at
Pedreg.
5 a.m.?
Really?
Yes. Our guide here could help us with illumination. We could drag 100 torches or lanterns wherever we're going, if that helps you feel more comfortable.
That you could, if you wish, you could take one of the motor carriages.
There's your light source.
Are there roads that go out that way?
Oh, there are. Once across the bridge, they're no longer paved, but you can still make your way. They're gravel for a piece, and then they turn a bit rutted. No one's been out there for a while. If you're heading to Teagan Point, but if I send you in a lorry, you should be able to handle the roads just fine, and I can get you whatever torches you wish.
Danny, is that the destination, Teagan Point?
It sounds about right. That's the ruins, correct?
You can drive north and into the bog.
No.
Across the bog to get over to Culloden Tower.
Is that?
But if it was me, I'd hug to the coast and go overland.
Oh.
Yeah, Robin traces her hand on her finger along the road that shows going by the Ismay family plots across the bridge and going up, like nowhere near the Cooley Bog. Is this way passable?
Aye, that's the road to Teagan Point. If you want roads to take you to Culloden Tower, you'll have to go through the bog. But there's no roads that cut through the hills. That road you see there that heads into the hills, yes. It dead ends in the hills.
Well, that's not very well planned.
I didn't plan the roads, Mom.
I don't know if we know which one of those two destinations is more appropriate. I know a question. Where is Clover Deep and Dark?
I'm not much one for poetry, Mom.
But you don't know where one place is covered in clover and...
Oh, this is the tier. There's clover everywhere.
Oh, no, that's fair. Dead Kings, then.
That depends on where you dig. There's also tombs everywhere.
Is Teagan Point a place of tombs? Or is it Culloden Tower?
There may be some family crypts there. That predates even the Alemanni lord that lived here. Those fortifications were constructed back when the tier was fighting for its independence from the war of aggression from the Icenians. It goes back hundreds of years.
What seems appropriate? We could wait. We could move in on horseback.
They're both right on the sea, but they're at the top of sea cliffs. I certainly wouldn't want to approach those cliffs by the water and try to scale them. Your best bet's overland. And I don't want to know what you think you're going after. It's probably best if I don't. Try to keep things simple and stand my post and hope that the worst doesn't come to pass.
Are we going to Teagan Point? Is that our destination?
I think it's...
Is that what you were talking about?
Oh, Teagan Point.
Or is that Culloden Point? Or is that Culloden Tower? Which one were you referring to?
Culloden Tower seems like it might be a destination further than we want. We are to dispatch our opponent in the ruins. Now, if Culloden Tower is the ruins, we'll find that after we go to Teagan Point.
And don't you? They're both ruins.
To get to Cloden Tower, we've got to go through the Cooley Bog, and I'm not really keen to face uh, a coven of hags.
Of course, you could hike through the hills, but there's no trails, there's no roads. I know this estate well, and I've even become lost in there. And there's some things that live in those hills that are best left undisturbed.
That's half this estate.
As you've noticed, the fine folk of the estate tend to stay close to the house and the polo fields and so forth.
Not like they're stupid visitors.
Would you like me to have them prepare a vehicle for you?
Yes, let's do that.
Very well, I'll see to it immediately. He makes his way down to the servants' floor, comes back after 5 minutes, and says, Mr. Clarn will have a vehicle for you out front in approximately 10 minutes. I told him to load it down with torches as well.
Good, that'll be something. I look at everybody else and say, okay, what do we think we're doing here?
Tegan Point?
Vegan Point? If, I mean, ruins and ruins. Don't know what to say. But Tegan Point would be a good start. It just consider the fact that scouting it during the day may actually be a better something than scouting it at night now.
If we wait around all day for them to show, that's well and good. But at night, they'll be more fearless.
Likely. Yes. Yes. I tend to agree with that one.
I prefer to dance straight away than watch while they decorate for the dance.
Bjorn whispers to Robin, it wouldn't be a mission unless Banny second guessed himself until the next day.
That's true. That's true. We just walked through the door, didn't we? Wait.
Move up behind Banny, touch him on the back, whisper in his ear, I know it's your flesh that will be among the first to be pierced.
This is a little strange. A little strange.
We've faced stranger odds in weirder places. If we second guess ourselves now, if we wait for what we think is an opportune moment, we might miss the opportunity to save this place and ourselves.
Well, most of what we've been told has been said a little tongue-in-cheek at this point. We're really just winging it. I do think acting sooner rather than later is best.
Everything here presents itself as impervious and untouchable. We know that's not true.
Yeah, we've seen it firsthand.
You are surrounded by the armor of self-confidence. Your flesh is a wall against these imaginary creatures. Just go in confidently and we'll be fine. You've got a Viking right behind you.
Yeah, I will protect you.
If I wet
And a
myself,
Scotty.
Don't worry about you so much.
No,
God,
I'm
this
with
one-
you protecting.
This one, though, Impy,
Roll my eyes.
you
just
have
wait
the
till the
mouth of a
electricity
shield maiden.
flies.
Let's get this done. I'm done with this vacation. I want to go home.
I understand. I understand. There is more to come after this, though. We haven't even. I mean,
Don't hold back because you only finish the fight you're in, not the one after it. So
we'll work on it. Let's
be devastating.
Oh, believe me, we will be.
Let me see your gun. Hand it to me. This is the one you're taking to the fight. Hold it up and the 66, where is it? Which one are you going to use?
I'm going to use both. This for when I'm close, and that for when I'm not.
Okay.
Does that...
Kiss the pistol, hand it back to him.
Okay.
Hold the gun. Stroke it. It will serve you well.
I believe so. This is the one that hasn't been modified at all. So it's probably best that this one gets the extra love.
Blanca, if you were to give me a bare-chested hot oil rub down, would that protect me from the pierces of enemy weapons?
I don't know. Let's see how that works.
Robin kicks Bjorn on the leg.
How many toes do you break?
I have steel-toed boots. Not cold iron, though.
It's a rhetorical question.
Let's go.
Your shield maiden is ready, Bjorn. Let's ride.
You go down the stairs, out the front door, across the patio, down more stairs to the driveway. And down there is a four-door vehicle. It looks an awful lot like a Land Cruiser. Imagine one from the 30s. It's part tour bus, part station wagon, part SUV.
Wood all over it.
And
look around. Why aren't we taking the shooting break?
The shooting break?
Shooting break?
As I take in the dumbfounded looks on everyone's faces, I recognize that they've not been around a large estate with a good vehicle for hunting.
They have a vehicle that you just hang out and shoot from the vehicle? Is that what we're talking about?
The Queen would know what I'm talking about, but clearly I'm in lower caste company.
Mr. Cullen is standing next to the front door. He's opened all the other passenger doors. Will you be requiring my driving services this evening?
Is this the guy who had a shotgun in the back?
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, you wouldn't
want to entangle them?
I'll give him the offer.
Is he Tyr? I mean, he's Magnetian, right?
Oh, yeah, that he is.
Oh, he's not going to. We should probably drive, Danny.
Oh, just. Do you fancy yourself up for taking some pot shots of Faye?
I don't know that that's how I want to spend my evening, but I'm at your disposal. I've loaded the back with a few bags of provisions, some spare water, some bandages and such, plenty of flashlights.
Okay. Well, we'll relieve you of that command. Just take your weapon and talk to Padraig. And if anything comes later tonight and it's not us, he'll put you to work.
Mr. Padraig said that he'll be on watch tonight, and I'll be watching with him outside.
Okay.
I'll have the back out by the gardens.
Excellent. Don't shoot us. We will flash our flashlights.
Very well, sir.
In a three burst.
Don't make it complicated.
We're
going to come up looking like Will-o-the-Wisps, and he's going to shoot us anyway.
We're taking the path to the. We're taking a path to Tegan Point.
Rock, paper, scissors for who drives.
Mind you slow down when you leave the gravel and you get to the roots, so you don't throw an axle.
Fair point. Will do.
Might I suggest? Never mind. I was going to offer to drive, but my hands need to be free. Never mind.
Yes, yours do. Banny, rock, paper, scissors to drive.
I'm a driver. I will drive.
Who?
Bjorn.
Bjorn is the driver. Yeah,
this isn't a giant electric truck. I thought that you would leave it open. No.
I am a cab driver, or I was a cab driver.
Oh,
wait!
I'm skilled at high-speed pursuit and stunts. I can handle a station wagon.
I agree.
I am more amazed by you every day. Shotgun.
Yes.
Shotgun.
And you'll be amazed by the gigantelope when that time comes, Scotty. He climbs in. Mr. Calern tips his hat, retrieves his shotgun from the back, and makes his way up the stairs toward the manor house. Bjorn pops on the headlights, and you realize just how very dark it is tonight.
I shake my head and just continue forward.
Run
Yeah,
silent, run deep.
Look into the. Did they pack us food and beverages for
he
this?
He
said,
did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Provisions.
Look to see if there's any caffeinated substances in the thermoses.
The thermoses all hold either hot soup, hot coffee, or something even stronger. Heated
Sweet.
old Tegan.
Old Tegan.
Heated old Tegan? That's going to put you to sleep.
Well, Blanca's feeling she's gotten a little deep in the cups between drinking with our little wall friend and dinner, and wants to try to sharpen up a little bit.
However that
Drinking
looks.
some coffee.
Yeah, I'll unscrew the cap and pour while we drive. Coffee?
She reaches
Yes,
back.
please.
Too, yeah.
Can I just drink it right out of the thermos? It just seems really messy to try and.
I'll pour a cup for me and for Robin, and then hand him the thermos. You and Bjorn can share.
You want this? It's pretty awful. Oh, that's right. It's Bjorn. He
Bjorn
doesn't.
drinks whatever you pass forward to him.
I think that he's already had enough. What did he just drink again?
Coffee.
That pudding? No, the pudding.
Oh, the pudding. Oh, yeah.
He gives you a big pudding burp.
That's it. Roll down the window.
And he heads out. He takes you past the motor coach barn, takes a left before you reach the stone bridge, curves up and around toward the polo field, the stables. You can see behind the house. It looks like every light is lit in the house, and it's quite magnificent.
You look offline, John. What's up with your camera?
Oh, he's holding stuff in front of it.
I have my map hanging on my desk.
Right on the camera.
He continues the curve around and is moving down the paved road toward the Ismay family plots and the bridge. Everybody needs to roll a perception. Who's in the back seat? You two, whoever's in the back seat's at a -4.
I'll be in the back seat. You got a 1? You're in the
Yep.
front seat. You get no
Yep.
minuses. So
You're
just
busy wondering just what is underneath that kilt.
And would hot coffee do anything?
Does it play peekaboo?
What was the penalty for being in the back seat?
-4.
4.
Oh! Well, I rolled a 20, so
Oh, made up for my botch.
see, all I have to say is when you start with a 20 in a night like this, wait, that's it. That's a problem because it just gets burned on all of the perceptions and not on the actual. Okay, anyway, that's a 20. That's a 35.
How did you
-4,
do,
31.
Blanca?
21 from Blanca.
You both see that there is a lit lantern sitting on what looks like a flat tabletop crypt over in the family plots. But Banny, what you noticed is in the headlights, there was the flash of something with arms, legs, and just a explosion of what looks like black hair, almost like a fright wig. It seems like it was crouched on the edge of the stone bridge, and as soon as the headlights touched it, it leaped down into the darkness beneath the bridge.
So we didn't take any subtlety on charging over the bridge. Did Bjorn see it? Did you see that, Bjorn?
Bjorn did not see it. He was looking at the lantern over in the plots. He hasn't quite reached the cemetery or the bridge. Do you tell him what you saw?
Slow down, Bjorn.
He does. He comes to a stop right opposite the cemetery gate. You're
Uh,
about 50 yards away from the bridge.
And it's the bridge. I saw it jump off of the bridge into the darkness.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
Correct.
I look to him and I say, the bridge, we might need to check that bridge.
What
Damn
if
it, I
we
didn't.
called on Red Mary to check the bridge?
Are you kidding me? No, we know that everything is malevolent.
Red Mary might take care of it.
She'll come for you first. What didn't we?
How do you call her?
How about this? Do we want to just clean out every spook that we run across here? We could just blast it into smithereens. Let's just let some of the ghosts that are just casually at peace where they're supposed to be.
Bjorn turns and looks back over the seat and goes, "How many times did you just say her name?"
Are we at 2? That means the same thing in where I'm from too. If you say 3 times, then something bad happens, right? Same.
Don't worry, we made 3 commitments. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna
Let's
say?
drive across that bridge at speed and see what happens.
So something with hair and arms and legs jumped over the edge of that bridge. I saw something jump in. You really want to tempt fate like this?
Wind my window down so that spells may fly freely.
Okay.
My window's already down.
Hey,
If we
let
want
me
to continue west, we have to cross the bridge.
We have to cross the bridge. So I'm going to lean into the door or over to the window. You can shoot over my shoulder, okay? Blanca?
Pull the Ragnar. Keep a free hand. I got you.
Okay.
This will be deafening.
Bjorn swings up the Yeti and just props the barrel on the driver's window.
Oh my God, no, you will blow
Look
out.
around for something to put over my ears.
There's a blanket in the back. You could wrap your head like a turban.
I don't care what fashion faux pas I'm having. I want my hearing for later.
Bjorn revs the engine,
Use that as a last resort.
pops the clutch, and you lunge away from the cemetery, racing toward the stone bridge. Stone Bridge has a bit of an arch to it. It looks like you may even catch a bit of air, but it's certainly going to require your driver to do a skills check.
Gotta be that cab driver.
There are no seat belts in these at this point, correct?
What's a seatbelt?
You're 30 years from that kind of safety.
I'm leaning against the front seat.
Even if this
is
is like
a
the
period
first
where
crash.
doctors still advertise for cigarettes for their health benefits.
They're
The
so
menthol
good
ones
for you.
in particular.
Menthol.
It just
Menthol.
makes you feel
Cyclists
fresh.
open up their lungs by smoking before the Tour de France.
That's right, because that's what you want to do. You hit the bridge.
Literally.
He's got the thing up to about 45.
Resist the urge to call out the name one more time.
Oh, he's counting off.
Somebody's going through the roof or out the window.
Yeah, something like that. Bracing doesn't matter.
Robin, let's have a initiative, shall we?
Oh, shall we?
And who else is on the passenger side? Which side are you on, by the way?
I'm close to the passenger side because I've got my rifle aimed out.
So, Robin, are you in the front seat, right side?
Shotgun.
So,
Yep.
who's in the back seat, right side?
Me.
Okay. Then you get to roll as well, Banny, but you are at a -2.
Okay.
Robin has 27.
And Banny is at a -2, so it's 17.
Gets a 17.
Because he's amazing when
Robin
driving.
gets a 20 what?
27.
27.
Bang,
Don't
true to
set.
form in combat.
Soon as the dice
That was just a
are
10.
meant for 2 hit, or when they're in combat, it's toast.
27.
Uh-oh. Does that mean tie?
What's your dexterity, Robin?
18.
You will go first. Robin,
But-
what you see leaping over the edge of the bridge and out of the darkness, probably intending to land on the running board and tear at you through the window, is a woman who's probably 9 feet tall. Her skin is so black it appears bluish. She's hideous. And her teeth are enormous, all of them sharpened to points. She has a trollish nose. Her hair is shock black, the worst reggae dreadlock mess you've ever seen. And her eyes are absolute black with no whites whatsoever. As she leaps, her claws come out, and in the starlight, you see that they reflect as if they are made of metal. But you get the drop on her by just half an inch.
There it is! Hunt prey. The hunted shot and deadly aim. -2 to hit. First shot. Please do.
Hello, everybody. This is Gentle Annie. I swear.
Really? It just is.
Gentle fucking Annie.
28 on the first shot attempt.
28 is a hit, not a crit.
Okay. Well,
I just realized I was rolling initiative and not attack. Maybe there's some redemption. Maybe
not
there is.
good. Okay, so 17 plus if the second bullet hits. 17 botched, so the second shot does not hit.
How botched?
It's a 1.
Oh,
Oh,
bad things happen.
bad things happen. Let's see how
The night is young. I don't use a hero point.
That's probably good. Probably for the best.
you fired twice. You are entitled to a third action if you choose.
No, I've used all 3. So hunt prey, so it's marked. Then the hunted shot is an action. That's 2 shots with combined damage. The second shot doesn't go off. Third action, deadly aim. So I've used all 3.
Gotcha.
17 damage. Cold iron.
All right. She hisses a word that you are not familiar with. And what is your fortitude DC?
Oh, my saving throw is a 14, so fortitude would be based on proficiency of expert, so 12 plus my constitution of 2, 24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
All right. She's at a plus 16. 27. She is successful. The windshield on your side of the car shatters outward. Bjorn is jammed over against the driver's door. The seat collapses backward onto Banny. The roof dimples upward above where she's sitting, and the right door blows off. Annis just bats it away. In the front seat, imagine a gibbet or a crow's cage that you would have seen in the Middle Ages or the pirate times, of iron is completely closing her in very, very tightly. Um, but it doesn't. It seems to be made of iron, but it also seems to be made out of fingernails. She used one action to leap and two actions to create her iron bond. Banny.
I am going to yell to Bjorn, stop the truck, or stop the car. We need to deal with this.
Robin, how much damage did you do with the shot that hit?
It was 17 points of cold iron.
17? And it was cold iron?
And now she is encased in iron at this point?
Yeah,
Or it
imagine,
looks like metal.
imagine a crow's cage.
If I do want to point out, if it bleeds, it has a bleed condition of 1. So at the end of its turn, it takes a hit point.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
I am going to... The car is still moving at a decent clip. It's a little dangerous to try and jump out and
Yeah,
get
it's
a better
moving at
angle.
about 45 miles an hour.
I am going to... I've got the gun in my hand. Hunter's aim, or not, what is it called? What is
Hunt
it?
prey?
Hunt prey. I'm going to hunt prey first. And then I am going to just hunted shot.
You'll be at a -2 because you've got the cage and the collapsed seat in your face.
Yeah. Oh. 20. First shot is a 20. Second one is a 25 minus 2. That's 23. 23 hit? Probably not.
Minus 2 or minus 4?
Probably
What's
minus
your
4.
What's your final number?
It would be 23. I was at a -2 because of the vehicle, or because of my being compressed. But is it an additional 4 because I'm in a moving vehicle at the same time?
No, I just mean your second shot is still a
Oh,
second.
and
Is
4,
it
so
agile
6.
weapon?
Oh yeah, that does not work. It's a 19. But the first one does hit.
We got a crit.
What was the first one?
20 plus 15 minus. Yeah, it's a 20. I rolled a 20.
Rolled a 20.
So, what's your final number?
Oh, we're actually requiring.
Sure. 20 plus what? 16ish?
Crap! What's the bighorn? I haven't updated the bighorn on my stat sheet. Is it D8 or D10?
Oh, the damage? No, he's asking to hit.
Oh, to hit is 20 plus. It's 30. 35. 33.
Then it is a crit.
Okay. Yeah.
Bighorn does a D12.
D12. So, and that's 2D12.
2d12. Is
Your
that
second shot was a miss, you said?
Yeah, the second shot did not connect.
Sure, you don't shoot Robin in the back of the head. That would be bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
He's just trying to free me, of course.
Yeah. From yourself. 10 and 13, 23. And that's for each shot. No, that's... So I roll in the 2 shots that happen, subsequent shots.
Well, the second shot missed, so you're just doing double damage on that first one. So you roll 2d12 and then...
It's 23 plus my stat bonus. Yeah, so 27.
That should be doubled.
Did you roll your extra D12 for fatal?
No.
Oh, good put.
34.
Don't be fatalistic.
34 total damage?
34 total.
Nice.
And whatever Blanca put on the weapon before.
Oh, she just kissed it.
Cold iron. What did you just... Oh, son of a bitch.
That's what
See,
she
you
did to
rolled a
your
natural
weapon.
20. You felt the love.
Yeah, that's right.
That's-
no matter what
Danny
happens,
actually
Danny's gonna think
believed
that
it was enchantment.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't your Orthodox priest do something like that back in
Yeah.
Hungary?
Oh, is
You are
that what
heroic
happened?
and brave.
Yeah, you are wonderful. Yeah, you feel better now. But I do have cold iron in this. We've swapped everything out for cold
For
iron.
sure.
Yes, you do. It is a new round, and everybody, well, the two that aren't currently engaged, Bjorn and Blanca. Now you two can roll your initiative, and we're starting from the top of the order again, whatever that works out to be.
Blanca is very patient at a 17.
Very patient.
Hey, we're friends because that's where I'm at right now.
Bjorn
She's only
nails
17 or 18. I don't know.
Bjorn gets a 28. Blanca, you have what? 17?
17.
I gotta stop looking at that camera and start looking at this camera. What did I just do?
All right. Bjorn needs. How many actions do we require drivers to achieve a stunt?
Oh, he's going to stunt.
You gonna stunt?
Well, he has to because he's hitting this arched bridge at 45 miles an hour in the dark. And
Hey, you got headlights.
Puts you in the river.
That wouldn't be nice.
He'd like to engage, but he'd rather not roll the car 20 minutes into your adventure.
Something like
The
that.
end, guys.
Oh, I appreciate his stunt is a 2 action. So you're piloting a vehicle, you're expert or better in the required piloting skill. You attempt to pilot a vehicle in a manner that exceeds the design parameters. The vehicle moves up to twice its speed in the performance of the stunt, minimum distance equal to the length of the vehicle. During the stunt, the vehicle may travel through terrain that would normally impede the vehicle. The stunt can include changing the facing of the vehicle by 180 degrees, which will bring the vehicle to a stop.
Well, he's just going to do a simple Dukes of Hazzard jump.
Simple. You just
simple.
gun it. You gun it when you get off
I didn't know he could do yeehaw.
According to Stunt, if he describes the action he wants to take and roll successful, the action occurs as described.
So what he wants to do is take this hunting jeep over a steeply arched bridge, gaining air and holding the road when he lands on the other side without destroying the vehicle.
And us. Yes.
Yes. Now, do people inside the vehicle take damage when it stunts?
If it crashes,
If the vehicle crashes, we take damage equal to the vehicle's damage modifier, which is significant. And we don't get a save.
And then is there a particular formula on how to come up with a DC for the difficulty of it?
So if we just follow the basic rules from the Pathfinder, you can determine is it easy, moderate, hard?
I'd make it moderate.
Okay, so for our level, moderate is
18?
yeah, that's wishful thinking.
yeah, 25 probably. 25.
DC by level. What level are we?
8.
8.
So yeah, normal DC is a 24.
Oh shoot!
Um,
Don't kill us, Bjorn.
So
Play to lose.
26.
26.
26.
That's right where I was expecting.
Bjorn growls, I got this. Hits the jump as he accelerates. He
Great.
does have an awesome driving skill.
That little tickling in your belly, that airborne feeling, will be followed by brutality.
20?
Oh!
Oh, take this guy on the road.
He gets a 34. This thing sails Hollywood style through the air. And as he's airborne, he swings the barrel of the Yeti
Got an action.
across with his one action. It's about 6 inches in front of your face when it goes off.
Can I see? I'm inside of these
You
nails.
can see through the bars of the fingernails,
Okay.
but it's also about 6 inches away from the anus when he cuts loose with a barrel.
What?
Okay. Let's see the other 20 you've got.
This is where he kills Robin.
16.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's a good roll. It's a good
That
roll.
ain't bad.
At all. That's a 32.
Do we have a crit?
It is not a crit, but even if there were minuses for the moving vehicle, he would still hit her.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check some damage here. He got spoiled the last thing he shot. He critted and was rolling dice for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was more than 50 points. Or
Don't get a cramp over there, John.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Keith's in the background going, "Not canon. It's not canon."
Right away. Yeah. Just make a screen where this is not a canon weapon.
I'll put a little edit there. This weapon is not available to regular players.
That's right. This is
This is an accommodation for somebody who's willing to write up adventures on a weekly basis.
And it's fatal.
Yep.
So that's 20, and it's deadly.
Oh, another one.
6, that's 26. It's propulsive, so that's 30.
Don't
He
forget your
takes
weapons expertise.
2 kickback scald. So he blasts the anus for 30 points.
Nice.
We're going to start a channel that's just like dealing with the Yeti. Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll do interviews about things that have been killed by it. It's an afterworld interview show.
What was your experience like, Redcap? Translation underneath. That motherfucking son of a.
He's got one of those incognito boxes. He doesn't want to be shamed in hell.
and a missing part of his head. Just.
Robin, you take 2 points of your own scald damage from having this bad boy go off right next to your face.
Myself?
2 points.
I can't
All
evade.
That's deafness damage.
Yeah, I'm deaf.
Yep. Robin, you are encased in an iron fingernail cage, and you're deaf and blind, and
My body. And literally that hurt my boobs.
That's right. And the iron is crushing your boobs.
I'm going to brace myself against the nails. Am I allowed to move or am I entangled? What's the condition I'm in? I don't know.
So you are
Imprisoned, clearly. I don't know.
You're essentially immobilized, but so she doesn't need to be within reach. She can then go do what she wants. You can attempt an escape where you would essentially just like Hulk out and shatter the fingernail prison.
So I would like to picture it more like this. His Yeti has just gone off, and there might be something that she can actually wiggle through rather than it's like she's not going to Hulk out.
Or maybe the vibrations of the Yeti have weakened the bars and you might be able to break through them.
So is it the save of a reflex or is it a save of?
This is a straight strength.
So athletics.
No, a strength.
I don't really have strength. So it's not athletics?
Sorry.
Okay.
It's strength.
Then that's only a +1. I rolled a 17, 18 total.
You're shaking and trying to get out. It doesn't work.
I wish I could use evasion or something. Okay, so I'm done.
One more action.
This would be what, minus?
But you can only try to escape the cage once per round.
I'm not familiar if I can shoot or not, so I can't do anything else.
You're kind of pinned in. If you had spell ability or something like that, you could probably use it.
Okay.
But
I just
using a
curse a
weapon,
lot then. I'm just
yeah.
cursing, and I'm like deaf.
You do a lot of cursing, you
Wow.
save an action, and then immediately lose it.
Yeah.
All right.
I rolled a 17, so I got no chance to get out, guys. Sorry.
The Annis
Ooh.
grips the cage, braces her feet against the side of the car, and while you're still airborne, she's got a massive slug that tore her shoulder apart. She makes another grapple attack and attempts to throw herself out of the car and bring you with her in your cage.
Can I evade?
Ooh, she gets a 19. And that's what everybody else sees is they see the Annis brace and pull the cage out into the darkness. You hear the clang of it hitting on the road. You hear Robin squeal. You hear something else make a squealing noise. And then it is Banny and Blanca with a 17. Which one of you has a better
I do.
dexterity?
I assume I do. 18? Can you?
Yeah, you're better.
I am. Belay that. Follow that creature. And fuck you, Bjorn. Don't shoot the Yeti in the car. Anyway.
Nobody can hear you.
That's right. I don't speak your language.
I
Are you yelling at him to do something with the car?
yeah. Follow! I gesticulate.
You have just hit, bounced, hit, swerved, held the road. Still going about 45, but
Oh,
we'll deal with that when it's his round.
yeah. I'll pat him on the side and I'll point towards the exit that Robin just left, and then I will swing up with the rifle. I'm already hunted. I'm gonna do.
Wait for me.
Go. I'll.
Haste.
Okay.
You cast a haste on him,
Yep.
so you get an extra action. But it cost you 1 to receive the haste, or no?
It's my action to give it to him.
Okay.
Uh,
So he held off. So you have what? 1 more action, Blanc?
I spent 2 actions to cast it. I have
Okay.
1 remaining. I'll move to the side of the car where Robin was a moment ago and position myself to keep an eye and line of sight on her. That's it.
All right. I need the 2 of you to make a perception roll.
24.
28.
With your perceptions, you saw that the Annis, with her remaining actions and moves, swiftly dragged the iron cage underneath the bridge into the darkness.
Oh, tuck and roll is not a good idea right now. I want all my hit points. So when I look, I can't get an angle on her as she moves past the vehicle.
Correct. She was out rolling and dragged the cage in her action. She is out of view.
Okay. I need headlights on that bridge. And I can't actually do anything. I'm sorry. That haste is... I load another round.
Are you going to jump out of the car at 45 miles an hour?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save my whatever hit
Hit a
points.
tree like Sonny Bono? Bam!
You always hit feet first, and then you just... Bomb! Just,
That's
you hit
right.
the ground.
Just face plant.
Bomb!
All right, Block, you did your thing. Banny, there's not anything you're doing.
I load 2 cold iron rounds into the bighorn because I shot 2. So I'll take the time to reload.
All right, at the top of the round is Bjorn, and Bjorn is going to do one of those fancy 180s that you described.
Mhm. Roll it.
He will be doing another stunt. He wants to swing it at 180, gun his way back to the bridge and down the grassy embankment, ending with his headlights pointing under the bridge, but not going all the way into the river.
So according to the rules, he can spend 2 actions to do a stunt and reverse his direction, which will bring him to a stop. He can spend 1 more action to angle down and put his headlights on.
Okay. But the roll is going to be the spin around.
The big, yeah. That's where we all have an invested moment. Please do
Give
this.
this guy the keys.
So this
So
is
far,
when
it's
I
been okay.
jump out of the vehicle and
Did you see that? That's a face I don't like. What happened there?
Ha!
2.
You do have a hero point. I believe in you.
Oh, dude, does Bjorn really want to use his hero point now?
Bjorn doesn't use hero points. He's just
That's right.
We'll just,
Just
careen on down
carries-
the road. Nobody cares.
He's going to use it now because he never uses it in combat.
It's gonna be better than a 2, please. Oh no, he got an Eric. Well,
Yep.
it is better. It is better.
So he goes to swing it into a 180 and smashes broadside into a tree. The same as a car collision.
Okay, so everybody will take. So this is basically a passenger vehicle, is that right?
Yes.
We'll use a passenger car. Roll 2d12.
Oh,
12.
We take 12 points of damage. All of us, no save.
I don't.
That's right.
I'm special.
Yeah, I'm so special. I'll never escape.
And
We're ready for the dragon, John.
I think he's going to lose his last action because he's wrecked the car.
So the vehicle also takes that damage.
Yeah.
I don't think it's broken yet, but it's pretty damaged. Let me just double check. Passenger vehicle, passenger car. Yeah, it's got another 8 points before it's considered broken.
The only good thing is at least the headlights are now pointed back toward the bridge, just not under the bridge.
When I wipe the blood off of my scalp and clear my eyes, I'm going to flip off Bjorn.
Robin, you have terrifyingly been dragged into waist deep water rushing by in this pitch black underneath the bridge. Do you have any low light vision?
No, I'm in the dark.
It is only a sliver of a moon, a 3 out of 10. So there's a little bit of illumination at either end and just this massive hissing silhouette with you. You are up to your chest in water, still trapped in this prison.
Try to escape. Don't escape. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, 17 didn't do it, so that sure don't do it. She's
Yeah.
just trying to keep herself from hyperventilating and can't take any actions. Only one attempt to escape a turn, so she's done.
All right. The anise slashes through the bars at you with her indeed iron-tipped fingers.
I expect no dexterity bonus on the armor class.
Yeah, that's a fair judgment.
Okay.
20 is all she can manage.
Oh. Well, if I take away all of my dexterity bonus and I'm just applying the sliver of night, it's going to come off of the sliver of night that she's wearing under her, because she has 24 then.
Okay. She rakes and it goes off of your body armor underneath. She hisses, claws with the other hand. She's at a -4.
4? Need a 24.
25 minus 4 is 21.
Oof.
Both have gone off of your armor or off the cage that she created. And I got to check that real quick. No, she can't do that. She's going to just claw one more time out of frustration.
I can understand.
The nails create sparks on the cage that you're in. So you're feeling almost like the cage that is holding you is also what's protecting you. Blanca and Banny. Banny, you're up.
Oh,
You've just been in a car accident.
I kick open the door. I pull the latch, kick it open, which consumes an action. Climb out, glance back at.
Trapped in a seatbelt.
Yeah. See? That's why.
Saved
That's
in
why.
action.
So
Lemons and lemonade, man.
glance back at Bjorn and scowl, and then look at where the bridge is. How far away are we from the bridge?
Let's see, 45. I'm going to say 45 feet.
We need flashlights. They're in the back, right?
Yeah, they're scattered all over the back.
I am going to look back there and see if I can find a loose one.
Well, let's do this. Let's
Ooh!
see how many there were.
I rolled a 20. Let's see how many are fixed, or actually still work.
There were 7 flashlights in the back that he put back there.
I'm hasted too.
91% of them are broken, so there's one working flashlight.
Click, 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 click.
Found it.
I grabbed the one.
Shattered glass from everywhere. The windows, the flashlights.
I leaned the bighorn against the side of the smoking, hissing car. I don't know what it is right now. And I grab my sidearm, pull up the flashlight, and run over to the edge. I'm hasted, so I got a total of 4 actions. First action to open the door. First, second, and third to get the.
First one to retrieve a working flashlight.
Okay, 1 to retrieve a working flashlight.
Kick open the door, and then you've got 2 moves.
First move gets me close. Do I see anything on the first move?
It's black underneath, but you hear the sounds of Robin in distress. You hear something unholy hissing at her.
I am going to move the rest of the way until I can get a flashlight in, at least shining into those dark corners.
So you are able to see underneath the bridge. You see the rushing water. You see the cage in the middle of the stream. Robin is in it, pinned up to her chest in rushing water. And the Annis is just savagely clawing at her own cage, and you see sparks flying off of it.
Annie, come home!
Complete. Blanca.
Clear the hair and blood from my face. Make sure the glass is off me. Follow Banny as he exits the vehicle visually, and look back towards where I heard and maybe got a glimpse of the cage containing Robin dragged under the bridge. See if I can see anything with my low light vision.
With your low light vision, you can see Banny right down beside the underside of the bridge, right at the water's edge, shining a flashlight in under, but you don't have the angle from the car to see what's going on under the bridge.
How far away is Banny from where I'm at?
45 feet.
The door's open. I'll move out of the vehicle 25 feet. See if I can get closer towards an angle where I can view under the bridge.
If you use your second action to cut at an angle out toward, like, not necessarily into the trees, but at a 45-degree angle away from the bridge, you could find yourself about 20 feet upstream with an angle to see under the bridge. And you will have used 2 actions to get there.
I don't want to do that, but sounds like I don't have great options. I will move my entire round and get up to where Banny is and spend all my actions to stand next to him and then gaze over the bridge.
Okay. You reach him looking under the bridge. Top of the order. Bjorn boots open his door with 1 action. Goes rushing forward, clankety clank clank, and uses 2 actions to close the distance on the opposite side under the bridge. So you see him appear on the other side underneath, and he has the claymore in his hand, and you see that the thing is shimmering with a ghostly blue that seems to surprise him as much as it does you.
That ought to give him nightmares.
He has used up his moves. Robin.
Do I see bluish light coming?
You do. You see bluish light, and you see Bjorn maybe 15 feet away holding this sword.
I mean, I have only 1 action.
Right.
An 18 plus 1 is 19. It's a great roll. I mean, I'm blowing them all. I'm just,
Oh, you just can't get out.
An 18 plus 1 is 19. It's a great roll.
The Annis shrieks with rage and leaves the cage alone and hurls herself at Bjorn. She will use 1 action to get there, and then she will attack with 2 slashes, I believe. Let me just check something real quick. So I know you guys probably would know all the particulars of the spell if I were to say it.
But you want to make sure there's some suspense.
Right.
Always
Absolutely.
suspense.
Or if it's even applicable.
The slashing spell? It's something fun.
That is a ridiculous spell. She's
Uh-oh.
not using that. She's just attacking. Because Bjorn is not a flying creature. He was a couple minutes ago in a Jeep. She attacks. The first one just rushes past him with a complete miss. The second claw is also a complete miss. She's wading through the water. She's hunched over. She's only up to her knees in the creek. And it looks like it's a little difficult for her to fight as she's trying to get out from under the bridge to reach the Viking. Banny, she has her back to you, if that matters.
I appreciate her back to me. Gross.
Oh, it's all pimply, too.
Ew. Well, I've already got the gun out, got the flashlight out. I am going to pause for a moment, do a hunter's aim, and then a hunted shot. I'm already on her, so that's a +2. First shot is a 20, 16, 21, 23.
When Robin, for whatever it's worth and what little light there is, and now with the light from the sword, you can see that where you hit her, it's bleeding. It's blue.
Thank you, though.
Does a 23 hit? It's not a good roll.
23 wickers past her head, chops off a dreadlock, but does nothing else.
Okay, second shot. Please more. Good Lord. Nope, that is even worse. I look at the gun. Wait, this has a rune of striking on it. Striking or of what is it, Keith? My Toro has a striking or a
Striking rune, but that gives you a +1 to hit and an extra die of damage.
So 24. Okay, never mind. I missed my first two shots. I'm gonna move in close, so I'm not exactly flanking, but no, I'm gonna get up to her. I'm gonna get up to her.
You can reach either her back or you can reach the cage immersed in the water.
Is it actually getting? I'll run up and grab it.
Yeah, it looks like it might not take a lot to tip over, and then she would be fully submerged.
I have 2 additional actions left. I shot twice, but I'm hasted, so I have 4 actions. So I'm going to grab it and see if I can pull it back up onto land.
So that's going to be a strength check looking for DC 27.
Not going to actually pull on that. Just keep it upright, prop it up.
That it's full of iron and there's a human being inside of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to prop it up.
Pockets are full of quarters.
I'm not that heavy.
She's been eating French pastries.
Hold on to it so it can't roll, but maintain basically sight lines to the anise and get ready to shoot again when I have a chance.
Okay. Blanca.
I see that Banny fires a shot and misses.
Fires a couple of misses, I think.
Yep, 2 shots missed. Ran up and grabbed the cage. I realized that Hunter's aim takes 2 actions, so.
Can I see the shots in the low light? Can I see the?
You see the muzzle flashes, but you can tell that she's not hit. But it looks like the misses from her are also near misses on Bjorn, who's right on the other side of her.
Can I roll a perception to see the actual rounds in the dark?
To see the tracer trail?
The projectiles.
Yep. You're half Fey.
12, 25.
Yeah, you can see the vaguely illuminated vapor trails that the bullets leave.
When they pass by the target harmlessly, I cast telekinetic projectile, grab them from the air, and hurl them back her direction.
All righty. Does she have any kind of save for that?
I have to roll to hit her.
Okay.
So let's see how that plays out.
Do you do both bullets at the same time?
Just kind of, probably just the nearest one. I don't know that I can grab both.
Okay.
But I miss like shit. So yeah, that I grab them and I toss them into the water. Bloop. How far away am I from her?
You are now 25 from the edge of. Well, no, you moved up next to Banny.
Yeah.
So you're about 20 feet away from her. She's just coming out to face Bjorn on the other side of the bridge.
I curse my bad luck at trying to throw the projectiles that I know will hurt her at her. Damn it. Move 5 feet closer. Just get a toe next to the water and look at Robin. Is her head above water?
Yeah, Banny's making sure that the cage doesn't roll over, but it's looking like it could very easily completely submerge her in iron if he wasn't holding on to it.
I know I could save her, but I don't have what I need memorized, and she doesn't have 10 minutes. Curse at the water loudly. That's my turn.
Copy that.
Damn it.
I rolled a 1 on that stupid attack.
Damn it.
I rolled a 4 and a 5. So
It's just
I pulled off an 18 and I can't get out.
in my head, it was beautiful, right? Take
Yeah.
those rounds, grab them out of the air, use them as a projectile.
Oh, yeah. Take this.
It's like-
Was just, I probably just changed their trajectory and they just dropped into the water 10 feet sooner.
oh, you need
You killed a fish.
to play a cyberpunk game where you have rounds that trace to your target.
The we're at the top of the order, yes? We are.
Yes.
All right, so at the top of the order is Bjorn. Bjorn roars out a Viking shriek. He did not take that. He's got a potentially there's a Viking skill that he can just like make everybody within 30 feet drop their weapons and run away when he bellows, but he went a different route. He
Doesn't make us
swings
poop.
the great sword at the anise.
You mean Excalibur?
Perhaps you believe everything you're told. 7 plus.
At this point,
Where is it?
You don't have to believe everything you're told here.
It's 18.
Because none of it matters. Whatever is told to you probably doesn't matter.
The Claymore lashes out and scores a 33 on the hit and strikes the anise. But it was not a natural. Does 26 points of slashing damage to her. She lets out a squeal and collapses into the stream where her body begins to slowly drift downstream, motionless. Bjorn wades after her and pins her to the bottom with the second strike.
Good man. Good man. That's what we're looking for. Holding on to it, so wait for a bit and watch. I mean, are we out of rounds?
Yeah, you're out of rounds, and you see that the cage you're holding, and Robin, the cage you're in, begins to rust and fall apart, and you are quickly out of it.
claw my way up to Banny.
Blanca, you see that further downstream, there's a sword sticking something into the water. Bjorn has reached into the water, pulled something up by its dreadlocks, and is using the iron boarding axe to hack its head off. He holds it aloft and shrieks to Odin.
Use detect magic to keep an eye on the sword if he's let it go.
It's
The lady like grabs it and runs away.
Exactly. Bad call.
It seems to be holding steady, and after he's taken off the head, he pulls it out. Now I am king.
I thought he didn't believe in those fairy tales.
He knows that you do.
Meh.
Robin,
Walk over to.
Robin is. You're not walking. Robin is holding you tightly, and she's sopping wet, and she's catching her breath. Thank you.
We got it. We got it. Actually, yeah.
She needs a minute because she was completely helpless.
I look at her and I say, "You're no worse for wear. Do you even have scratch on you?"
The armor helped me, but I was almost drowned. Thank you.
Sorry for the car accident and shooting the Yeti in your face.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk later. Good talk, Rusty.
I can't hear him. What does he say?
It, let's get up to the shore. Are you sure it's dead? I mean, okay, let's look at the face.
Yeah, he's dead.
Throw it in the back of the Jeep. We'll need that for later. Gentle Annie. That's one of the creatures, one of the denizens who wanted to steal the nursery or the children out of the nursery.
Do you want to go ahead and call another one?
One down.
Bjorn,
Pitches it into the back. Yeah.
you have more soup ingredients?
Soup ingredients.
Gesture towards the head.
I'm not eating that.
I think she's talking about boiling it down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely we do that.
Oh my god, you look like shit.
I wonder if customs will...
Get out the pink berries. She
No,
tries.
no, do not use pink berries. Just give me a minute. I want to look everybody over.
Minute? Okay, I'll look you over.
10 minutes for each person. We're gonna
Okay.
patch everybody up real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I'll sit on the incline by the river and just relax a minute so I don't have to limp back towards the car.
It only makes
It's all
the
about
rounds.
pride.
Bjorn, do better next time. I am going to make it hurt as I heal you. It is a 20. It's a 20 base, but a 25 to get the extra, right? That's what I'm going for right now. And,
You're using first aid?
yeah. Well, it's not first aid, it's nature.
You're using nature? Treat wounds, I mean?
I have a feat that lets me use like poultices and things like that. It's called natural medicine. It gives me a similar benefit. I get
Got a poultice?
poultice 20
Always wanted a poultice.
poultice 20 gosh, I'm trying to look it up real quick. Skill. This should not be hard. I know I do this all the time. Treat wounds. 10
Robin,
minutes.
did you see how I destroyed the evil monster with my sword? I was magnificent.
You were magnificent. I'm sorry that I missed the details.
I will tell you later in detail.
I know of you.
hate to say it, but come on, Bjorn. You could have done better on the rest of us. Anyway, you're back to full health, Bjorn.
He was down 12.
Yeah, you went up by 20. Okay.
Will that cure the scald that he had, Keith?
Well,
Skull.
is it a physical?
Oh, it's not scald. It's like physical damage from the gun.
But it's the equivalent of scald.
The
It's
equivalent,
like,
sure. Yeah.
pummeling damage as opposed to physical.
Robin will work on Blanca at the same time.
Oh, I just got her. And
Oh, you did? Okay. That's okay. She'll just dry off.
Bjorn, or no, Banny doesn't succeed on himself. So he could use some patching.
Scald damage is non-lethal damage. So it will heal at a faster rate, but if you're being acted upon with healing, we'll just
Resolve.
yes.
Count it in. Okay.
Okay, I don't succeed on myself, but you're probably working on me while I'm working on.
You recover 10 hit points, then I will help you with my treat wounds with battle medicine. 10 minutes.
Bjorn makes the metallic shoomp noise as he pulls out an empty and reloads the Yeti.
I still can't hear anything.
Nobody's saying anything important.
We're done here.
He gets Peanut's parent sounds.
Yeah.
I have to lip read just to see what you guys are saying.
Wow.
How good a shape is this Jeep?
I'm sorry, what healing did you give to Blanca? How much?
She got 20 back.
Wow, she feels better than she started out today.
16. Sorry, 16 back. But
Yeah.
it's not like you notice.
Bjorn looks
The
over
extra
the
four.
Jeep and he said, "It's still drivable. Until if we don't get in another car accident,
Okay.
then we should be fine."
Now I know why Pedreg got off the horse and looked under the bridge.
Yeah. That.
Everything was fine while I jumped over the bridge, but you wanted me to turn around in the other direction.
We
Yes,
just
I
needed
was-
lights on it.
The
Because I
first
was
rule of Norman driving is what's behind me is not important.
Oh.
Robin gives
I
a
glance at Robin.
punch in the one clink. Yeah, Robin gives the punch in the one chink in the armor between the chest plate and the shoulder blade.
How many finger bones do you break? Now, your Jeep is missing the front passenger door, the glass from every window. It's got a big dimple in the top, and the passenger seat is broken.
I'll sit in the passenger seat. Robin,
No,
you
no,
can
no,
take
no.
the back. No, you can take the back.
No, I don't take the back.
You don't
I'm
take.
fine. I'm in better condition than you.
Only slightly. Only slightly. So okay,
I
fine.
insist.
Take the front seat.
There is no seat. I will simply.
Well, it's not gone.
will-
It's just
I will
A little
mount
floppy.
myself
what?
like this.
She duct tapes herself to the seat. Okay.
Is everybody ready?
Yep. Let's continue.
No
Bjorn,
hard left turns. s'il vous
Bjorn
plaît.
pulls a shaky U-turn, gets it back on the paved road, slowly accelerates away from the bridge. You only have one headlight working now. He reaches a fork in the road and picks the one to the right, which is gravel instead of paved, and he makes his way north. Again, you've got just a sliver moon playing peekaboo behind the clouds. It's probably about 9 o'clock at night now.
I'm gonna see if I can fish out some of the flashlights and see if I can get any of them working while we're cruising along.
Well, of the 7 that he put into the back, 6 have shattered lenses and shattered bulbs. Bjorn tells you he's got a flashlight in his satchel. You can dig that out.
Yeah.
May I?
I'll hand you. Well, I don't know if the satchel's in the back or not, but yeah, we'll work it out while we're driving.
Benny, you're in the back.
Yep.
Blanca's back there with you, right?
Yep. I hope so. Unless we left her behind. It's
Grab, filter through the flashlights, looking for the most damaged one among them.
You find one.
Pick it up. Listen to the bulbs rattle around inside.
Rattle, rattle, rattle.
Strip it with a mending spell. See if I can bring it back to life.
oh,
If you've got mending as what, a cantrip?
Yep. But no, it's a first level spell.
First level? Yeah,
It'll cost me.
you fixed the flashlight just like that.
Nice.
Hand it to Benny.
you should do more parlor tricks.
Not today.
I will tuck that into my belt. I'll hand forward the other flashlight to Robin, the one I was using. Because this one's like all sparkly and new now. It's like it just came out of the packaging.
Blanca beams with pride as her manufacturing plant is better than factory.
Do you want to sign this? Just etch it. Yeah. Perfect.
Robin just
Would you
enjoys
like me
the
to bless
wind
it?
in her hair like she's a dog.
Who's in the front seat again?
The seat that was with the
Seat that
flashlight.
Do a perception, please.
With the flashlight. Covering the spot that's not covered by the one flash, the one headlight. 25.
As you emerge from the trees, you see what looks like a big rolling meadow out in front of you, and Bjorn jams on the brakes.
I don't see anything.
About 50 yards ahead, the road forks, and you can see that on your map. One will head off into the hills to wherever, and the left fork should take you to Teagan Point. A tree standing at the crossroads that you quickly realize is not a tree. What you do see in the headlights is a creature that is probably 20 feet tall, weighing around 13,000 pounds. The creature it wears gate and portcullis chains around its wrists, forearms, and shins. They hang around its throat and shoulders and waist. There are no less than a dozen human heads tied by their hair to its chains, rotting away. It's dressed in dark colors, and its hair is dark and matted. Its eyes glint in the headlights. They're purplish black. And as you pull to a stop, the thing grins at you with all 6 of its teeth, raises up its right foot, and stomps the earth.
Which one is this?
This is the champion.
What?
Even 50 yards away, you feel the earth tremble through the shocks of the car, and it begins to strike your direction.
Bjorn, flip the vehicle. We need to keep this at a distance. We're going to try and take it down with a few shots from a distance, and then we might have to engage directly.
He throws it in reverse and begins to back up along the road you came in on.
Got to pace it, see exactly how fast it can move. Everybody, well, let's let it get into enough range that we can take a few shots, few volleys.
50 feet is good for me.
Well,
So as it's striding, he tells you that he can absolutely keep out of its reach, but backing up a dark road through the forest with no headlights at night is a recipe for disaster. I can turn around, and then it would be better. We have time.
Yes, if you can turn around, I mean, if we can even go overland and keep it out in the meadow, that would be great. I don't know
You want to drive toward it, but around it?
Well, are there rolling hills, or is it rocky and rolling?
It's nighttime. It's hard to tell. You've never been here before.
Okay,
let's see. Is Ireland a rocky place?
It has its rockies.
What did they build those walls out of?
Oh, I don't know. There's all this
so you're
Blarney
saying
stuff.
they moved them. So they moved them. Okay, good.
Let's flip it around. Let's flip it around, and we can shoot from this. But when it comes time, we have to face it directly. We have to engage.
He uses 3 actions to do a 3-point turn, head the car back the direction you came, and accelerates. Not doing anything fancy, just trying to stay ahead of it.
Yep.
There's an opening. I mean, like Robin will take a shot unless Banny says no.
Nope.
Let's have an initiative, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
This is sling lead as much as you want.
Huh?
Glad I brought the bighorn at this point. Aim for the human skulls. I'm sure that's where his weakness is.
It was somebody's weakness.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of their weakness. It's always the head, you take the head off and it's their weakness.
I'll be
My apologies for this roll, fellas.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Did you
Clearly, I
botch?
want to look at the thing more than shoot at the thing.
We are being studious. It's pragmatic.
Yes, I wonder, how will it kill me first?
All right. Well, John's away. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Done. Doing an intermission.